Greetings, travelers, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, presented by Draco Breach. Last time, we made it to the summit of, well, close to the summit of Death Mountain in the Dark World, and we have found this unusual spot. That is Turtle Rock, our next palace. But how do we get in? Well, the first step is actually to use the magic mirror to return to the light world. See a bunch of dead rocks, because dead rocks are the bane of our existence. And we come up here to where Turtle Rock is in the Dark World, and we see 3 pigs. And unlike another place where we saw multiple pegs that we could just pound down in any order that we wanted, this has a particular order. And you can hear if you've done it right by that sound. And it opens exactly what we need. So we head in here, and we are now at the top of Turtle Rock, and we see, of course, that familiar symbol of the Quake Medallion. So yeah, the medallions, only one is really optional, and that's Bombos. But thankfully, we've gotten them all. And by using the Quake Medallion, we can enter Turtle Rock. Thankfully, getting down is a lot easier. This is an interesting dungeon. It's not quite the maze of Misery Mire, but it has some places that are kind of easy to get turned around. Link, do you possess the medicine of magic? If not, I recommend against going any further. Yeah, have at least one bottle with something to restore magic, whether it is blue potion or green potion. Have something to restore magic. We will not be entering that door, cave, whatever you want to call it, right there. So just keep that in mind. We're not entering that. There's a reason for that, and I will tell you why when we get to it. Yeah. Get used to those. They are annoying. As long as you are walking in a way that is not facing the eye, it will not shoot at you. The moment you face it, it shoots at you. And the only way out of this room, as you can see, is by facing away. So you actually need to walk backwards. So yeah, it's hard to say that there's actually one single gimmick to this dungeon. There are a lot of these particular platforms, but it's not the only thing you have to worry about. We'll be going in there in just a moment. That's actually an optional area, and considering things in here, it can be interesting. But you're going to be using a lot of dungeon items here. What you want to do in here is kind of based on preferences. I probably actually did that a little early. I don't think that will be a problem. We're about to find out. It was a problem. Did I really just fall down that pit? Okay. One thing to keep in mind about this, like right here, I think, yeah, you can just hold up. What I want to do is here instead, because I did not leave enough time. And once you are off, there we go. here you can either use like the hook shot trick, which I just... Oh wow, I am messing that up. It doesn't matter too terribly much. But yeah, compass is there, so now we have the 2 items to see. I am doing miserable. Oh, well, that would be one reason why they actually collide with that. It's not terribly bad. We can kind of fix that. Ooh, get rid of the... Not get rid of. But I do tend to take a lot of damage in this dungeon because of a multitude of reasons. But fortunately, the first floor isn't too bad. Should be able to stand right here. Yep. And this is another waiting puzzle. You can step out and defeat the tiles as they fly at you, but they rise up at a set interval and you can't speed it up. So standing in the door is literally as fast as walking into the room and defeating the tiles. Either way works. Or you could use one of your invincibility items. It's always a possibility. Because I think it doesn't matter if you use up all your magic there. Because if I'm right, yep, large decanter and a fairy. Not having full life shouldn't be a problem where we're going. But, oh, right, I was going to say... now that I've done this. You may have noticed the door, and I didn't point it out, but yeah. This is why you don't need to worry about coming in here. Whether or not you need arrows or a small bit of magic might... I don't know why I went left there, but I did. But fortunately, that's pretty much everything on the first floor, and here is a new enemy. If you hit them a certain way, let's see if I can actually demonstrate that. They kind of, the body part that you hit gets knocked out from under it and bounces all over the room. Although this sword is so strong that it can easily just wipe them out. And chain chomp, I was not paying attention to its attack pattern. Okay. Okay. You can push... I am not having a good time right now. You can push either one... chain chomps are kind of annoying. I'm tempted to... Fortunately... I mean, if you need to, there is that option to get that fairy. I am just going to go ahead and use a fairy. Thank you. Because it's not a big deal. I can easily get a refill. What do I want now? Oh, might want magic powder just in case. And the main reason I used that fairy there is because I knew that these anti-fairies were coming up and I was worried that one of them would hit me. Okay, so that one's kind of running away from me, which is good. Yeah. They are... Oh, right. Those skulls have various items that you might want to refill on. You might... It's not a big deal. I can show it in a moment. In here, there's actually 2 pipes to take. Take the bottom one first. You won't really get lost taking the wrong one. Or the bottom one, but... everything lines up better going this way. Oh, right. I almost forgot about that ivy. And you both dropped something useful. What you actually need to do is follow this thing that reminds me of a Pokey. A lot of Mario Brothers enemies right now. And defeat it for a key. Quickly head through this pipe, and this is actually something that we want to make sure to get before we go on. It's the big key. Probably could tell that it was important by the fact that you kind of had to go through a lot of rigmarole to get it. You can't easily go back, so I knew I was going to be in this room again, so it wasn't a big deal that I passed up these skulls. But they're little refills on a few items that you may or may not want. But I'm kind of glad that I got to come back into this room and show that. But now we need to enter the pipe that we didn't take. These will not be refilled. What do I want? I think it's bombs. Not for right away, it's kind of for something coming out. And oh, I am glad I threw a pot at you because it gets to show off kind of what they do. Let's see if I can get you to run into the Medusa. Well, I'm going to be turned into a rabbit. Yep. That was good timing. I got turned into a rabbit, and one of these, I cannot remember what they're actually called. One of them was actually standing right in front of me. So, got a pot to the face. I need to defeat you. Come on, thank you. This is actually our destination, but it's a dead end. We'll see where that leads in a moment. Actually, no, we'll be going into that room regardless. And yeah, the eyes that are closed will shoot at you when you face them. The eyes that are open will shoot at you regardless. So just keep that in mind. Actually, what I want now... And here's kind of the interesting thing about this dungeon. It actually goes outside. You'll hear the music has changed. We're in the Dark World. And if we use the magic mirror here, we'll end up in front of a cave that we couldn't get to before in the Light World. And, well, these enemies look familiar. I don't think this will work. Yeah. What we actually will need to do... Now, these guys you can hit with the sword, but these ones are not close enough, and you can't really make them get any closer. That one actually did get stuck, though. I actually got a little bit lucky with them. They lined up pretty well there. And we do want to come in here. Did I really just walk that close to you? Because in here, there's a treasure chest that we could not acquire until now. And we want this chest because it contains the 24th and final piece of heart. Which means that we are one heart container away from a full life bar. And that means that the boss will be giving us our final enhancement to our life bar. Step back through the portal, head inside, and we can kind of tell why we did not want to walk. I dropped that bomb straight down that pit there. But that's the door that we did not enter. And we get the mirror shield, the ultimate shield. And it cannot be stolen by any enemies. And like I said, we would end up in this room anyway. I got my room with the dead end a little bit mixed up, but you know. And in here, you don't have to defeat this guy, but it's going to make what we need to do easier. I believe going north is the correct way. So we want to go to the right first. Yep, this is the wrong way. But we can do something. Is this what I think it is? Yes, it is. The statue on the right is 100% a trap. It drops 3 bombs into the room that blow up shortly after being thrown out. Okay. In my test, that fell only after I had pulled this statue, so I thought it was associated with that, and I thought it was a little troll. But in here, yeah, there's a bunch of rupees on the ground. It's up to you whether you want to pick them up or not. I have a full rupee count, so I don't really need to. And I decided to get them on my test file, which I also had maxed out just to see how difficult it would be. And, yeah, almost got myself, killed in that room. So, not an easy room to get through. Now, admittedly, I did not use anything to make myself invincible, so I made it that much harder on myself. This one, okay. I think I messed up. Right, why am I need... no. This room is a thing. Okay. I got down here eventually, I suppose. We need to step on that switch. And then we need to find the southern exit. There's a bunch of places that you can go in here, but they end up... oh, wow. Okay. They end up just going to platforms that you don't really need. And that's the easiest way to get out. This is probably the most complicated part of this dungeon. Easy to get turned around, easy to get lost in. So yeah, there's that. Okay, I almost fell down. Now, you notice that we need a small key to get through there, so we only have one place to go. And yeah, magic shield, not magic shield. Magic shield was the previous shield. Mirror shield is quite helpful because it will block these laser beams. Will you actually cooperate this time? Yes, you will. Oh. Yeah, that happened. Almost didn't fall down, but I, of course, did. And, of course, it is the last treasure that gives you the key that you need. Now, you can actually go further south, and I'm going to show the reason why you might want to. If you were to look at the map, you would notice that there's not actually a room down here, but when you head outside, and yes, it is outside, and use the magic mirror, there's a cave here. Now, we have explored this area. This is not new. Try not to fall. But if we go down here, and this is why I wasn't too terribly worried about using a fairy, is because I knew that I was going to come here. Okay, so... with all of that out of the way, there's not much left to this dungeon. Step back into the dark world. And with the small key in hand, just run across and completely ignore the, I cannot remember what it's called. This room is kind of interesting. Why did I do that? Because it's kind of meant to be kind of a maze-like room, and it doesn't really end up being very maze-like, in my opinion, because as long as you have the magic boomerang, you can just hit those crystals from anywhere, and you don't really have to go through the intended maze-like path. You can very, very easily just get through it. And the most complicated part ends up being just that one room with the crazy crisscrossing path that you have to ride the platform created by the Cane of Samaria on. And up ahead is the boss. I recommend having the fire rod equipped, and you'll see why. This is Trihex. Let's see. Okay. That was a that was a bit of couldn't hear that he had died. Did you? Why do I always have problems with the red head? Okay, you're dead. And this is why this is why Sir Ocelot recommends having magic potions, because if you do not have magic, you cannot get to this phase of the boss. And this phase, you can use your sword. It doesn't take much to defeat him, but he's kind of wily. Like you just saw, with the level 4 sword, it only took 3 hits once he's in this phase. Admittedly, I'm down to just 2 hearts, but I somehow didn't die, so that's a win. I actually ran out of magic against the red head for Trihex on my test run, because for some reason, and I don't know why, because I was sure I was lining up correctly, I kept missing. So, just in case, always have magic potion, be it green or blue, for this fight. I appreciate you coming so far to rescue me, as I thought you are the legendary hero. I have felt this from the first time we met. Ganon is waiting inside of his tower to pass through the gate linking the 2 worlds. Once Ganon enters the light world, it is unlikely that anyone can stop him. But if he stays in the closed space of this world, you can find him wherever he runs. Now, go to the Tower of Ganon. We will use our combined powers to break the barrier. Let's return peace to the country without fail. Do you understand? Yes. May the way of the hero lead to the Triforce. And yeah, we are very close to the end of this journey. There's only one item left to collect, and it's in the Tower of Ganon. We have everything. We have all the heart pieces, we have all the crystals, we have every item at the maximum level that they can be at. Except for one item. But we'll see what that is next time. Until then, this will be Draco Breach reporting out. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and until next time, God bless and safe travels.